All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my walkthrough of Open Roads. This is going to be a 100% walkthrough. Over the course of this game, I am going to get every single achievement / trophy. So if you follow along and you do exactly what I do, like you can slow down the video if you need to or whatever, but if you do exactly what I do, you should get the Platinum Trophy, or you should get the 100% all achievements if you're playing on Xbox. This game is a story-driven game about a mother and daughter who go on a road trip to uncover a mystery about the grandmother. Grandmother has died. They uncover some information in her house about her that sets them off on a road trip across the U.S. and Canada to uncover a mystery about their grandmother's past. It actually is a really good story. As you watch this, you'll notice kind of in the beginning, I was just skimming through the dialogue, but towards the end, I got so invested in the dialogue, I just kind of let everything play out. If you spam through the dialogue, you could probably finish this in about 40 minutes. You can see it took me about an hour and 15, hour and 16 minutes maybe to beat this. But anyway, it is a really good game. The achievements are extremely easy. There's some missable achievements, but not that many. And honestly, if you just copy what I do exactly, you should be all set. So you're going to start off in their house, the family house, and the main character here is packing up her belongings. And the first thing you have to do is just go around this room and pick up every single thing, every single piece of belonging that the girl has. So we start off with the picture there. There's a geode. And you can look around with it and everything, but honestly, all you really have to do is just pick it up. That's all. You just have to pick it up. All right, little stuffed rabbit. And the hairbrush here. And the power strip. Posters. Anything that can be picked up needs to be picked up, or else it will not allow you to advance the story. So check every single drawer.
Oh, right. I was supposed to feed you. Poor little guy.
Make sure you get the erasers. Some of the things are kind of hard to actually click onto, like the erasers. I don't think you need the DVD cases, but I pick them up here anyway. Trash can you don't need. But you do need the posters. You don't need to pick up the plane ticket. I mean, you can pick it up, but I don't think it lets you take it with you. I forgot it.
Ah, Nevada. Home to all manner of folksy cryptids and cool dads.
And you don't need the cup. And you got to take every single thing off of the cork board here.
Guess I'll have to pack this after my next shift. Better leave these where Mom won't see them.
All right, now you can tell that this game takes place in the past just by looking at the little knockoff MacBook there, the fat TV. It looks like a DVD player. I believe, just having played through the game, that it takes place early 2000s, like 2004, 2005, maybe even earlier than that, maybe like 2002, 2001. The main character does have a flip phone. You can see we just got our first achievement there. Packing every single thing up.
Tess?
All right, and here's our mom.
Come down to the basement. There's something I want to show you.
The basement? What is it?
Oh, remember, this?
And the animation style here is kind of interesting. It looks kind of like an 80s cartoon. Now, you're going to be given a whole bunch of choices in this game. It really doesn't matter what choices you make. So you could literally just spam through the dialogue if you just wanted achievements.
Well, she is one of
and again, you'll notice that I started spamming through the dialogue, but I actually got really into it.
About
the estate sale was... I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Mom.
We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and
now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
Wanna just take a minute and look around and see what's left? I haven't really gone through everything since the sale ended.
Yeah, me neither. That sounds really nice. Just aside from this hell picture.
Amazing that no one bought it, right?
Just shocking. Yep, all done.
Okay. Well, just remember that everything's got to be packed.
I know.
And you may notice as I play this game that there's some screen tearing going on. That's because this is the very first time I've ever used a capture card, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing, but I have been able to fix this. Unfortunately, it's going to be like this the entire video, but I don't think it's that bad.
Hey, were you born
This
in
is a
barn?
story-based
Close the
game.
freezer.
All right, so you have to go upstairs just like I did and open the freezer door and leave it. So you just walk away, leave the freezer door open, and you'll unlock an achievement. Like, there's an achievement for opening the freezer door and leaving it open. And actually, I'm not even going to bother going back to close it. But yeah, and then again, I apologize for the screen tearing, but like I said, this is a little walking simulator type game, so
Tess, what are you
graphics
doing?
aren't
Don't
really
touch
that big of a deal.
Why not?
All right, so you need to go through the trash, just pick something up. I don't think it matters what you pick up. I picked up a cup,
Well, stop.
but I don't actually think that matters. And the reason why we do that is there's an achievement for just picking up trash out of your own trash can. All right, and we're going to go back upstairs.
Oh, hey.
And another cutscene.
It's August. Ugh, exhausted. The state sale was a lot. But... yeah, I remember. And the answer is still no. Well... The what? Oh, right. Right. Sorry, it hasn't Yeah, it's around here, somewhere. No, it's fine. Okay. Love you. Bye. Unbelievable.
What did she say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not gonna help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some book of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere. In your It has a red and black cover, white block lettering. I'll know it when I...
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, again, I'm going to try not to talk that much during the cutscenes, just in case you're interested in the story, that you can play around or that you can hear it. And the story is pretty good. It hasn't really gotten interesting yet, but it will when you check out some stuff in the...
What's this?
or when you finally find what
it's a
you're looking for here.
pole thing to pull down the hatch to the attic.
Could August's book be up in the attic? With Grandma's things?
Could be.
Alright. We can go up there, but...
All right, so we need to go up into the attic now.
Okay, come on up!
Damn, it's dusty. Now, where's that book?
All right, so you'll see kind of in the back of the attic here, underneath of a sheet,
What's under here?
is what we're looking for.
Here, let me grab that. I'll put it up here to look through. Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff.
Mom?
Hold on, it might still be here somewhere.
There's something...
Ah, here it is. Maybe if your
Look at
dad
that,
had read
secret
this,
compartment.
he wouldn't have stopped working at the video store.
Mom! What's in there?
All right, so of course we're going to open up this suitcase that was hidden. So go ahead and check out the pictures here.
Ah, this is just some junk from the old summer house.
And you'll
Your
find out about
family
the
had a
old summer home.
house?
Well, it was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here! Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
All right, if you haven't really been paying attention to the story or you haven't picked up on it, they're about to lose their home. Look at these relics.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, departments.
So what happened? Did they get caught?
So we find out about
Well, that
about a
I
bunch
don't
of stores that were being robbed in the area. That's gonna be important later. And here's a postcard.
Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems... Was Grandma
And this is a
Helen
postcard from a man that is not her grandfather.
cheating on Grandpa?
So, of course, Tess
No! Not the
automatically
Helen I
assumes
know.
that her grandmother
And
must have been
Grandma,
cheating on her
what were you up
grandfather.
to?
And the mom doesn't know who this man is. And you can, if you want to, pick up some of the other things that are in here. But really, what you want to do is pick up this red book. This is the diary, and this is what we're up here looking for.
I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma, I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now.
So they're going through Grandma's diary. Helen is her name. And got a postcard. And voila.
What is this? So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
something at the summer home, I assume?
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place out.
And again, doesn't matter which one you choose. But this is the kind of plot of the game. Who is this mystery man that was with their grandmother?
Don't you want to know?
I don't know.
Is he their real grandfather?
So much to do around here.
Come on. It'll be...
I still need to call Tina at the theater and...
Come on.
Well...
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
You know, a little change of scenery.
Ha, that's the spirit.
We could spare a weekend before we have to move for a little road.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit the road, and I could really use a break from all this, even if it's pack your overnight bag.
Yes!
And bring your homework.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Okay. A road trip! This is gonna be great.
All right, and that ends the first chapter. All right, so there is an achievement for annoying the mom.
Tess,
you have to keep
stop
locking
doing
and unlocking the
Doing what?
door over and over and over and
Exactly
over
what you were
again,
doing.
and
You're being annoying and
eventually you
pretending like
will
you don't know
make
what
the
it
mom
is.
annoyed.
Okay, I'll stop.
Thank you. Let's just have a nice drive. Sheesh.
Right, I'm gonna mute
Is it okay if I turn on
the
the radio?
audio in the actual game for a little bit, because there is a song that plays on the radio, and I don't want to get a copyright claim on this. All right, would you want to adjust the radio station to 106.7? And then you just wait a little bit. And this little cutscene here will kick in. They'll talk about the X-Files and stuff. And you get an achievement for that. And I'm going to turn the radio off in just a second here. I'm going to go through the glove compartment. And again, I do have the game audio muted right now because I didn't want to get a copyright claim. So now radio's off, and I'm going to turn the game audio back on. And look at this amazing flip phone. All right, so you're texting your friend Frankie now, Francine. You can kind of just spam through the messages here. It doesn't really matter. Right. And you can look around at the receipt here.
When
you want to talk to Mom, that'll continue the game here.
Was?
Oh, when I was, I guess...
I'm 16.
I meant about.
So, like, 35?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house? I just always really liked it there.
From what?
Everything, I guess.
So why did you stop going?
Oh, yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
He's a man of leisure.
Is that what that phrase means?
What else would it mean? He likes relaxing.
He sure does. It's probably why I never mentioned it to him. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades out there in the middle of nowhere, it's gotta be falling apart.
Yeah, you're right. That sucks.
And use it as a vacation home? We're about to be kicked out of our actual home.
To live in?
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, you couldn't live there. And not your...
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even really
Fine. Then where are we...
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car.
No!
'Cause it feels like we're about to be living...
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company, you know...
I thought you said it was underwater.
Well, you know, it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
We need money.
Believe me, Tess, I know.
If Dad was still here.
Excuse me?
He could help. Pay for things.
If your father and I were still together, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then?
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made decisions that depended on us both, you know, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
All right. You want to go ahead and answer your phone again to move things along. And you're talking to Dad, and you're trying to coax Dad into possibly giving the family some money because you heard that the mom and her are kind of in financial trouble right now. And of course, the dad's not going to help at all.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes? Yes, I am.
To who?
It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the
No comment.
It's alright.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's...
Alright, and we're in the next part of the game now. This is the old summer home. I honestly was expecting kind of like a mansion. This is not what I thought it was going to look like. I don't think it was what Tess thought it was going to look like either. It's not that
Mom,
bad, though.
Well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
Well, it's not just like I remember it. A little more...
Now, the area where I grew up when I was younger
Falling apart?
looked a little bit like
than the
this.
last
Like,
time
there
I was
were
here.
lots of houses that
But
looked
I
just
guess
like
I
this
am
one that
too.
we're getting ready to walk
Want to
into.
start looking around?
Yeah.
I grew up in a very rural area. So this was kind of like a typical home. Also, there's no sprint, and this character walks really slow. Like, really, really, really slow. Alright, so we're going to walk around the side here. Notice the little doghouse. And look at this.
Huh. What's under here?
The crawl space for doing maintenance and what have you.
So there might be, like, hidden stuff under here? Like stuff that people who are trying to hide something might hide in there?
I guess?
I should go in and see if I can find any cool stuff.
How did I know that was coming?
Just think of what could be under there.
Hold on. I don't know if it's safe under there.
Not safe how?
The floor could be...
Stay outside and don't go stomp.
Just be careful.
You know it.
Alright, so now you're underneath of the house. Which, by the way, this is like the worst foundation I've ever seen. It's literally being held up by tires over there. Yeah, what is up with all the tires? Who stores tires underneath of their house? This is something I've never seen before. And there's a dresser. They didn't have anywhere else to put... How did they even get that under there? There's no way that dresser's fitting through that hole.
Ooh, this is
Alright, and be sure you
good.
pick up the
Mom's gotta see this.
little postcards that someone just left under the house.
Mom,
And look at that, secret
Hang on, I'll
hatch.
open the back door.
Now, I said earlier I grew up in
Mom,
an area
I
with lots of
found
houses that
something.
looked like that.
Look,
I never knew
letter.
any of them to have a
you
secret
wanted to live
hatch,
with
though.
Grandma on a boat? Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like... well, it looks like a boat.
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near... Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with
Alright, so now we're inside the home, walking around. Check out the bathroom. Oh, and there's a nice little picture. And I believe that's
Now,
the
what
mom.
is this?
During the summers when we'd come here, I had a summer job as a waitress at the drive-in.
On roller skates? Like in the movies?
Yeah, I guess. And those movies were based on reality, you know.
You were cute.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, please, Mom, stop. You were cute then, and you're, hot.
What?
According to the boys at school, you are my hot mom.
What? No!
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great having all the boys at school talking about how hot your mom is. It's great. Regardless, this photo of you is real neat, and I think we should keep it.
Sure. Why not?
Alright, so you have to listen to that story about her being a hot mom, and you get an achievement.
Go mechanics! Oh, man.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so... Don't you remember?
I remember.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then. But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a triple legacy.
Yeah, I guess.
It'll be so exciting. Oh man, you're gonna love it. Eating lunch at Ford Hall, doing all-nighters in the library. Oh,
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
what do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
I can make my own.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business. And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Fine.
Alright, so go ahead and open up the drawers here of the... let's see here. I don't think that's the right drawer. Okay, yeah, close that drawer, open up the third drawer. There we go. Look at that, a treasure map. You can see X marks the spot in the top left there. So we're going to go on a little treasure hunt here.
This piece was clearly done by
A cartographic prodigy? Do you think there'd be anything there to dig up that was left behind? It'd be like a time capsule.
Maybe she was gonna come back for it later. It was her first investment.
She got started early. I don't know. Let's just go see what it is.
Alright, and where you have to dig is right next to where that doghouse was. So we come out here, walk around the house, and you should see where the doghouse is. And we're going to dig up right there. There was also a shovel next to the map.
You ready to unearth this mystery?
You are really getting into the mess on this trip. Crawling through old crawl spaces, digging in the dirt.
It's for the sake of the adventure, Mom.
Don't let me stop you.
And you're just going to go through the box here. And there's not really any kind of treasure. And I believe that that's like a memento of her dog that
So
died.
this is where August buried her feelings.
Mom! Come on, it's sad. What?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Maybe August would want it.
I think so too.
We can just put it in the car.
Welcome back, Nightshade.
And you get an achievement for it. Alright, so now we're going to go back. In through the second front door, because for some reason this house has 2 front doors. Imagine that. A front door that leads right into a bedroom. Alright, so we're going to approach this little shelf here, and you'll see that there is a key. Let's go ahead and take this
looks
key.
like it's for a car or something.
Oh, that's the key to my old van out front.
Well, well.
And that's the key to the van that is out there. So, of course, now, you know, we've got to go out and explore the van.
Oh, it's everything I'd imagined. It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar,
Now, I know people that had vans like
I mean,
this
what do you expect?
back in the
You know,
70s and
that's why
80s,
I'm
and they
not
parked the
doing
vans
this
behind their
Okay, I'll
house,
just look around
and they
and get
use the
out.
van now as a storage shed. Alright, the only thing we really need is the screwdriver, but I picked up this letter just in case because it does add a little bit of context.
Find anything?
Well, I found, just this screwdriver.
I didn't tell her about the note from Kurt. I don't think it matters if you do, but all I needed was the screwdriver. Alright, so we're going to use the screwdriver to get inside this door.
What's in here?
That
We're
was
going
my
to
mom and
jimmy the
dad.
handle with the door. And this is
My mom.
ridiculous because
Look, I
look
think
at
I
that
could
door.
twist this open from
You don't need a screwdriver to get into that door. A toddler could
Hey,
kick that
good
open.
work.
Thanks, Mom.
Alright, so let's walk around the bed here, and we're going to go inside the desk.
Ah, my
Nice
mom
little
loved
roll-up
this
desk.
desk.
Haven't seen those in a long
Thanks.
time.
How many desks did Grandma have?
I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, ugh, this gives me an... The little key?
Right.
What's that?
What? I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids? Well,
I
was
really do
Grandpa
like the
Leo
mom's
not
hairstyle.
your
She pulls
real
off that
dad?
Cruella de Vil look
I-
pretty good.
Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. We should go check it out.
What? No.
No.
Tess, we already drove however many hours up here. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service.
Mom, stop. This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it. And if we go check out this address, so if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other,
Then why not, right?
right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just have
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay. Should we get going?
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night. We're getting room service. Thank you, Mom.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
Yeah.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, so let's get out of the house now. And I think we're good to go. All right, so we're going to walk around to the front of the house and go over to the fence and just click exit fence or exit area. And this is where I really wish she had a sprint button. So slow. All right, so we're leaving. And apparently I didn't hold the A button. You got to hold the A down the entire time, even when you're near the black screen there. And another achievement.
All right. Time to order that room service.
This is not the kind of place that has a room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is
Just like the summer place was a mobile home and not a trailer.
right, but the other way around. But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's all.
What do you want to eat?
Oh. Burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework.
All right, so nice typical little Motel 6 we got here. And we're going to check our phone. And we want to talk to Francine. Let her know how things are going. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and we're not going to turn on the TV. We're going to walk around towards the bathroom and we're just going to snoop through our mom's suitcase. And look at that, a bottle of pills. So the first thing you do when you find out your mom's taking pills is you text your friend to tell him about it. And look at that, you get an achievement for snooping through your mom's suitcase. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the backpack, and let's start doing our homework.
Hey, it's burger time. How's that homework
Fine. How was the restaurant?
overpriced. But I guess that's the price you pay for convenience.
Thanks.
Enjoy. I'm gonna...
Tell her I said hi.
August, guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. We paid a visit to the old summer house mobile home. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom.
Alright, now we need to actually eat the burger. So you get an achievement for completely eating the entire burger and all the fries. So just kind of keep clicking on the burger and fries until there's nothing left, and another achievement will pop up for you. Clean plate. I'm going to finish our homework.
Could Dad have... She wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about...
I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bigger deal for you and Mom. I just think... I don't know, it's...
Yeah. I was still pretty young when our dad died, so... I think I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
We found your old friend.
Oh, Nightshade. I'd forgotten about him.
Kind of a spooky name.
Yeah. I was a spooky kid.
That must have been hard.
Yeah. What about the house? What was it like?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm surprised it was still...
I guess part of me hoped we could just move out there.
Move out there? Oh my gosh.
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't your mom say?
No. What about Mom? Can she stay with you?
Of course, both of you. But she doesn't want to.
What do you mean?
She...
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on. Work is calling. I gotta go.
Love you too, Aunt August.
All right. Now we don't want to go to bed. We want to find Mom and go to bed. So let's click on that. And another
And
achievement
Jocelyn was
pops.
looking at it,
And we're
it's so
driving in the car
obvious that
again.
She forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night. And so then she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm listening.
If you want to just drive quietly for a while, that's fine. I can do that.
All right. So Mom wants to drive quietly here. We're going to open the glove compartment.
Did I leave it in my
And
backpack?
oh my gosh, we've lost our phone.
Oh no.
What?
And it's not in the
My cell
backpack
phone.
either.
I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you...
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. We have to go back and get it.
Tess, we have been driving for over...
You don't understand. Francine, we text or call or see each other every day. She's going to wonder what happened to me.
Didn't you text her before we left this morning?
Yeah, but
And your cell phone wouldn't work in Canada anyway. I'm sure Francine will be fine till we can pick up your phone from the motel.
Mom, we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive fast.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight to get
You know, I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me, and I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back. And
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I lying to you?
you never told me about the pills you're taking.
The ones you found when you went through my suitcase last night?
Well, how did you?
You didn't hide it very well. I could tell you'd been in there. If you're gonna snoop through somebody else's stuff, at least put a little work into covering your tracks. Yeah. Yes. It's Prozac, Tess. But since you apparently need to know... But I am very disappointed at you for violating my privacy. So that's what this is about? My prescription medication?
No. You didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and say August was unwilling to help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Why don't you like August?
Excuse me? Where did you get that idea?
You always act like she's a pain when she's just trying to help. It's like you're jealous of her.
First of all, I am not jealous of her. It's a lot easier to make money when you live by yourself, especially if you're so far away. Your own family is an afterthought. I had to do all the work for Grandma. August just stayed in Chicago.
You're making her sound so selfish. She's not like that.
You've never lived with her, Tess. It's not gonna be like your little vacation. August thinks she knows what's best for everyone. I can't be around someone like that every day.
Wow, I can't imagine what that feels like. Do you think you're the only person with problems and the rest of us are just running around doing whatever? You're exhausting. No wonder Dad left.
Don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once. The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Fine. You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I see Dad when I go next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
What do you mean? With what money?
From my business, I'm going.
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would go behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him. Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey. Feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What? What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth.
Alright, so we've kind of upset Mom a little bit. So I'm just looking up the directions there. And Mom will not respond to you. That's a blast from the past. Printed directions. This is before navigation systems. You had to go on the computer and print off directions step by step. And another achievement.
Dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed.
Alright, so we found Pierre's houseboat, Grandma's alleged boyfriend. So we're getting towards the end of the game now. We're going to be finding out the truth soon. Let's go ahead and come back around here. And you're going to see, so there's the boat down there. All right, just, let's see here. I was going the wrong way. Okay. So we need to get across this gap. We can't jump.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
So we're going to use that board that we just walked by. So there's a board right to our left, a little plank. And that's how we're going to get across to the boat.
We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But we...
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown-up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Heads.
And again, doesn't really matter what you choose, I think.
Just be careful and stay away from the edge.
All right, so let's walk the plank. Go down to the houseboat. Let's open up the door.
It's locked.
And
must be
we
where the
can't
money
get
is.
inside that room. So, like, the
seriously
goal
doubt
here
that,
now
but
is to
regardless,
find
we'll
key
have
or
to.
some
Can I
way
just kick it
to
in?
I'd say you're
get
free to
inside
try,
that room.
But I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow. All right.
All right, so let's come behind the bar here, and voila, there's a key. So now we're inside the secret room, and here's a letter. So you can read that if you wish, if you want to pause the screen and read it.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
All right,
This
so
would come in
of
handy.
course there's a
Looks
key
like a mailbox key.
to a mailbox.
Didn't we see some mailboxes up
So
by the
right where
gate
we
when
first
came in?
walked in, there were some mailboxes. So we're now going to go back there and read through this man's mail. Can I squeeze through here? Yes, I can. Alright, so he's in the bottom right, and we've got an envelope here, and
Bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's
let's go ahead and go through the mail and find out all the answers.
Oh, come on, Mom. Live a little. We've already come so far. We can't just stop now, when we're so close to the truth.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Alright, so you can pause and read this if you want, but I'll just summarize it. So, Pierre, the Frenchman, got involved with some criminals, and he was the one that was robbing or helping the criminals rob all the stores years ago. If you remember, there was a newspaper clipping back at the house that had information about these robberies. So Pierre was actually involved in those robberies. He got caught. He had to go kind of on the run, and he basically kind of like changed his name and identity and everything, and tried to get the grandma to come with him. So Pierre is actually the grandfather. So the grandfather was this criminal. So the grandma wasn't really having an affair. She just, grandpa just wasn't who they thought he was.
Was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I'm... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all? Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died when we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just here, on this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we've found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Alright, so guys, there's still about 10 minutes left, but it's pretty much all one giant long cutscene. So you've just got another achievement there, and at the end, right before the main credits roll, you'll get the last
question.
achievement in the game, I
What do you
believe.
think?
I don't think
So I'm gonna let this final scene kind of play back, and I'll join you at the
Why
end.
you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was gonna fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was gonna be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's following his dreams. He might not make it, but he is going for it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I never really thought about it in that kind of light.
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but he had a dream, and he had to follow it. I get it.
Right, my little web entrepreneur.
It's like Matt Damon in Rounders.
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders, and he's a lot more handsome.
He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
no, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets, and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah, I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right, all right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then, even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head, the bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote. And there is the last achievement. So if you followed along, you should have every achievement or trophy in the game. I really enjoyed this. And if you liked it, please subscribe. I'm hopefully going to be posting more videos like this in the future. If the voices of the characters sounded familiar, Kerry Russell and Caitlin Denver. So Kerry Russell played the mom. She was on a show years ago called Felicity. Now she's probably most famous for being in the show The Americans, which came on FX a few years ago. And Caitlin Denver is like a big actress right now. She was in a movie called Booksmart, and she was also in Unbelievable, I think, on Netflix. But anyway, be sure to subscribe. And again, hopefully you got all the achievements as well.